Hello, this is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I would love to have you just pause this video and click the subscription button below. It's the big red button that says subscribe. That way, if you enjoy this video, you will be able to continue to get notified in your feed when I have more videos uploaded and posted. I do lots of journal videos and paper crafting and tutorials and all sorts of things like that. So if you've hit subscribe, now let's continue. I have a new collection to share with you today. I'm so excited about it. This has been rolling around in my head for a while. It's called Blue Skies, and it's really based around a new ephemera pack and in my shop. And it's 45 images of bluebirds and blue butterflies. And so we're gonna start off showing you what they look like in journals. These journals are a custom order for Mandy. And here I used the bird images and here I used the butterfly images. I think I cut it pretty close in half to the birds and the butterflies over the 45 images. And that way you can do two different theme journals like I did here. I did a bird theme journal and a butterfly theme journal, or you can mix them all together and just do blue themed nature. So you will see a lot, not all, but a lot of the images throughout here, enough to know whether you want the pack or not. And so that's in my shop now. And then I have a few journals that you can purchase to go with buying that kit, and I'll show those to you later. So we're going to start with the bird one. It's a traveler's notebook, standard size. I love this bird. And what's really neat about this journal is I sewed all the way around it, but there was no thread in my sewing machine. So you see those holes. I just think it looks really textured and unique. Just a very subtle background, and I actually put a pen loop on this one. Sewed a pen loop with this upholstery fabric, so you can slip a pen in this journal. This one is already spoken for, but that is an option that I'm starting to add. All right, so let's get into it. A little fabric pocket. Here's one of the little bird images. I just curated these from Creative Commons and public domain throughout the web, so you are safe to use these in your journals to sell. You don't have to worry about that at all. I always do that with my ephemera packs. I love how shiny this paper is. So here's a blue egret. Of course, we had to have that. And then here's some more blue birds. More birds. This is a die cut, and then I just cut down the cards and put them in here to kind of showcase some of the beautiful birds. I need to pause for just a second and talk about some of these papers, because I know you may want them for your journals. This is a blue linen, and this is from Dream Up Graphic on Etsy. But what I really want to focus on are these papers, because they are new from Digital Curio, and they're like a blue ink. The papers, they're inked in blue ink. And it is so perfect to put in any journal. I just love, there's so many different variations. You'll see another one or two throughout these journals, but you'll definitely want to go to Digital Curio and pick these up. She sent them to me, and I definitely wanted you guys to be able to see that. So here's a beautiful little swallow right there, and then another ephemera card, and some little 20% off vintage stickers. This is a Phase 10 playing card. I added a sticker. Here's another bird journaling card from the kit. And another one. Just added a leaf. Here's a flip up and flip down. And if you can see down there, there's another bird image on the bottom. Here's another one. And another one. I just put them all throughout this journal. Here's one. This is one of my favorites from the kit. Let me zoom in just a little bit so this journal fills a little more of the screen. Look at those berries and the colors. I was so happy to find that one. Here's two more. We got some hummingbirds with some blue, and then we have these ones as well. He's got a lot of character. There's a cute little bird. And this square one here with all these little bluebirds, that's in the kit as well. There's a little text spot here. This is that blue inked paper from Digital Curio I was talking about. Here's another one. This one has really neat tail feathers. And so that's most of the birds. There's a few other ones, but that's most of the birds. Now let's look at some of the butterflies. So this is one of my butterfly snippets that I made the other day, if you saw that video. And I put it here on the cover. I love this paper. And so let's look at some of the butterflies. We have this butterfly, this butterfly. This one, it has a whole bunch of different butterflies. That's part of the kit. This is Dream Up graphic paper. It's called Glass. And then here is another Digital Curio blue ink paper. This is in the kit. And so is this. Some pretty butterfly book pages. This is in the kit. And so is this, and so is this. I think this is super cute because you can write on it. This is also in the kit. I just added a Tim Holtz sticker. This is in the kit. This is a little flip open, and I put a little button on a pin there just for, and then that one's in the kit, as well as that one and this one. These are botanicals, so they're not in the kit. They were just some that I had found and wanted to add. I believe this one is in the kit as well. And so is that one. And this one. And this one. So a little gardening page. So that's kind of what the kit looks like. You can buy it cut and inked, or you can cut it out yourself, which is cheaper. So then I thought maybe you would want some journals to use those kits in. And I made some plain journals. I will start with these Traveler's Notebook ones. And they're pretty much identical to the one I showed you. But there are 3 other snippets: Shimmering, Precious, and Fragile. And then I'll just quickly go through the book pages and the papers that I chose for each one. They are totally naked. There's no embellishing. So I thought that you could go ahead and purchase the butterfly kit the way you wanted it, or if you have images you want to use. Also with all the pink, maybe the Tickled Pink kit would have some really pretty pink botanicals. And my son just turned the light off. So I thought like you could choose, you know, whether you bought more ephemera kits to use with these or not, or whether you just wanted a journal that was already put together, excuse me, that you could decorate yourself. So I put these together. I have really pretty butterfly pages in them. Did I go through all 3 of them? I don't think I went through this one. Maybe I did. He distracted me when he turned off the light. But they're all very similar. And then I did something totally new, Jeffy. And I made 2 completely blank canvas fabric covered journals. I think they have 160 pages each, and they are totally ready for you to turn into your own. I did not even decorate the cover. Now you wouldn't have to decorate it because this was from a table runner and it has so much texture. And then this beautiful fabric has all these little butterflies on it. And I did the binding where you can take the pages in and out. And I think that's really neat because what you can do is, well, which way is the top? That's the only problem right now. What you can do is you could even snip this, just pull it off, and then you have a base, and you could rearrange the papers and sew them in any way you wanted to. You can, or you can leave it like this and just make it totally your own. There is nothing done on this. I did add gold book corners, and then the stitching, it's hard to see, but there's a whole line of single stitching, and then there's some like pretty diamond stitching in a few places. And then it has a closure and a whole bunch of different types of papers. I really wanted to make this a beautiful blank canvas and experience. I made it specifically in mind for you to purchase the Blue Skies kit and add it in here, but that's not necessary. You can make it totally a botanical journal because there's a lot in there. You can just have it a writing journal, an art journal. If there's a page you really don't like, it just slips right out and you can put in another page. There's also quite a bit of room to expand. You can slip some more pages in here. And this is made from a cardboard. It's really pliable. So you can expand. As you can see, there's still a little bit of room there to add more pages. And then this one is the same, 160 pages. Here's the closure, and again, everything is blank. some of the same papers, a lot of different papers as well. Book pages, coffee dyed paper, scrapbook paper. This one has graph paper. This has some of that like faux velvet. Some of my digital kit, book pages, tags, just really pretty papers. So I thought somebody who really didn't like making the cover and the spine and all of that could get the journal totally ready, and all you have to do is sit down and play. It is totally ready for you to play. So I have those two, and then this is just like an addendum, an add-on. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm grabbing something over here. I'm adding to my shop 1 pound of book pages. So I'll have, obviously several available, but it's done by weight, and it is at least 1 pound. I weigh it that way, depending upon the paper. If it's thin, you get more, that kind of stuff. But 1 pound of book pages, and there's all sorts of different ones. And what I decided to do was write what book I got it from in the year. That way, if you love it so much, you know what to look for. And then I just like knowing. I like knowing these things. So if you like knowing these things as well. So this is an example pack. This will go out to somebody, but I will make, each pack will be totally different. Women's Day Encyclopedia of Cookery, Volume 1, 1966. And then I just included a few pages from the book. I love the colors. Then here's the Ultimate Doll Book from 1993. How cute. So there's a couple there. Laboratory Physics. This was actually, he was graded 1929. So I thought this was really neat, and I included a couple of pages from this workbook I found. The United Nations Postal Administration Stamp Catalog from 98. This is fun because it has holes punched in it. It has all these different things about stamps. Look at these animal stamps. So I'm hoping I'm in focus. I added quite a few of those pages. The Musician's Guide Anthology from 2005, and this is some Mozart. This I think would be amazing coffee dyed. So you got a few pages there. Recipe book for feeding wild birds from 2007, and then these are all recipes for bird food. Common to this country, Botanical Discoveries of Lewis and Clark from 2003. So we have the Evening Primrose and the Lewis's Singra, and a little bit about that. This book is called Children Everywhere from 1958, and it just has little stories and pictures and from that time period. I just think it's really neat. So I added some of those pages. And then the Funk and Wagnall's Dictionary for Young People, 1957. And then this is from that book, and these are all little dogs, and I just thought they would be adorable in a journal, so I added quite a few. And then this book is called Nature's Ways, 1969, and then I just added a few adorable pages from that. The Book of Knowledge, Volume 6, 1957. So we have some pages on the story of fairs, painting in the United States since 1915, days we celebrate, the spirit of 76, painting in the Latin American countries. So just pages from that book. Songbirds from 1990. I love this book because it actually gives you like the bird's song and information about them. So a few different birds from that book. The book called The English Park from 91. And then just pretty vintage looking info and illustrations and maps. And then The Perfect Patchwork Primer, 1973. This paper feels really great too, so it would really take stenciling and things like that really well to add texture. Attracting Birds to Your Backyard, 1998. Some cute little bird pages for nature journals. And then The Complete Flower Arranger, and also 1998. Look at these pages. I love these. They add so much color to journals. I added quite a few of those. I love the colors. And then this is called Cityscape Wonders Color Art from 2016. It's actually just a coloring book, but it has all these like cities. They're really cute to color and make tags or to put in a journal and somebody else can color. So that's fun. The Question and Answer Book of Everyday Science, 1961. This is about food you eat, how flour is made, where does gas come from, why does heat crack a glass, stuff like that. This book is called Perennials from 2003. Again, this is for a nature or a botanical journal. Look at how gorgeous. A Guidebook of United States Coins, 1965. These are fun to put in. I've put these in journals. And then this is Practical Mathematics from 51. Look at the beautiful aging on these. These are delicate. When you fold them in half, they want to crack, so you have to be careful, but they're beautifully naturally aged. Descriptive English Grammar, 1931 to 1950. And the fun thing about this, I actually used this in 2007 in college. This is the book they had me get, but it's kind of dense. So I'm an English teacher. I can learn. I think there's other books where you can learn English a little better than this book. But it's really neat because it's old and it's fun because I have markings and stuff in it. Harcourt Language, 2002. I couldn't find what grade this is. Obviously an early elementary grade, but it's really fun. It has like a chapter review, sharing your writing, you know, like little work pages and things on revising. Tape stuck to it. So this is an example of what you would get in a kit. That's a lot of paper. It's an entire pound. So that will be in my shop as well. Thank you for watching my video. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video.